Hi there. Welcome to Module 4 of the Pharmacovigilance Training. That is, Case Processing Activity. By the end of this module, you would learn various stages in processing the individual case safety reports. Case processing is the primary activity in pharmacovigilance. It means entering the ADR information into the safety database for submitting the ICSRs to regulatory authorities and maintaining the ADR information for future reference. All other pharmacovigilance activities, like aggregate reports, signal management, and characterization of risks, will be performed by retrieving the ADR information from safety database. Hence, case processing is the basis for all other pharmacovigilance activities. These are the main steps in the case processing: collection and identification of adverse drug reactions from various sources, triaging of the cases, data entry of the ADR information into the safety database, medical review for assessing the causality assessment, preparation of the case narrative based on the information available in the source document of the reported ADR, and finally, reporting of ADR reports to health authorities. Let's look into one by one in detail. Collection and identification of adverse drug reactions. The first step is to collect the adverse drug reaction reports from all the available sources to identify the individual case safety reports for processing. In previous module, we have learned in detail about the various sources for collecting the ADRs. A quick recap on the different sources of ADRs, which are literature, spontaneous reports, solicited reports, business partners, health authority reports, and the digital media. When an ADR report is received from any of these sources, the source document of the report should be verified to determine the validity of ICSR. The minimum criteria for a valid case is an identifiable reporter, an identifiable patient, an adverse reaction, and a suspect medicinal product. If any information is missed from this criteria, a follow-up attempt should be made to the reporter or sender to query about the missed information. It's always good practice to collect the information as much as possible from the reporter when we do follow-up for additional or missed information. Please note the critical point during the step of collection and identification of ADRs is to ensure the minimum information required for a valid case is received. The next step is triaging of the cases. After receiving the ADR reports, the valid case reports will be shared with the responsible team, who will perform the triage. Triage step includes the following steps: case registration, case prioritization, and splitting or linking of the cases. During the case registration, the administrative information and basic information of the case will be entered into the safety database. Administrative information includes the reporter details, that is, reporter's name, address, and contact details. Patient demographics, including patient initials, gender, age, medical history, concurrent medical conditions, and concomitant medications. Basic information about the reported adverse reactions and suspect drugs will also be entered into the safety database during this stage. After entering these details into the safety database, a unique case identification number will be generated from the safety database. This is how each case will be registered into the safety database. After case registration, case prioritization will be performed. Case prioritization includes the assessment of seriousness of the reported events and a causality assessment. In the second module of this training, we have learned in detail about the assessment of seriousness and causal relation between the drug and drug reaction. A quick recap on seriousness criteria, which includes death, life-threatening, hospitalization or prolongation of existing hospitalization, disability, congenital anomaly, and an important medical event. If any of the reported events meet any one of these seriousness criteria, the case will be considered as serious. Regarding the causality assessment, we have learned about the WHO and Naranjo algorithms. Using any of these algorithms, the causality will be determined, either definitive or certain, probable, possible, or doubtful. Causality assessment will mainly be based on the information, like time to onset of the reported event, de-challenge or re-challenge, and any alternative conditions which may contribute to the reported event. Upon determining the seriousness and causality, it should be checked to whom the case report will be submitted to third parties, like business partners and health authorities, based on the relevant pharmacovigilance agreements and regulatory requirements. Reporting timelines will also be checked during this stage to define the deadline for the case to be submitted in order to meet the compliance. The last step during the triage is splitting or linking of the cases. If multiple case reports are reported from one instance, it should be verified and split the case reports for each patient and create appropriate number of ICSRs. Example: a single literature report describing about 10 patients who experienced the adverse events following treatment with a suspect drug. If the literature publication details about the 10 patients meeting the minimum criteria of a valid case, 10 case reports will be created, that is one case for each patient. All the 10 cases should be linked to each other, that means cross-referring the other 9 cases by providing their case identification numbers in one case. These are called linked reports as these cases are received from a single report. This is how the triaging of the case is performed after receiving the valid ICSRs. The next step in the case processing is the data entry, which means entering the complete information of the reported adverse drug reaction from the source document into the safety database. When the case is reached to the data entry workflow after case registration, the responsible person, who has been assigned with the case to complete the data entry, will retrieve the source document and verify the administrative information and basic information which is entered during the triage of the case. Upon verification, the data entry person will enter the remaining details of the case to complete the data entry. The remaining details of the case are product details, event details, assessment, case narrative, and regulatory submission details. Let's look into one by one. Product details. In the Product tab, all the details of the products reported in the case will be entered. Product type will be selected for each product, that is, suspect product, concomitant drug, past drug. Treatment details including start and stop dates of the treatment, based on which the treatment duration is calculated. Then the product formulation and dose details will be entered, including the dose regimen, frequency, and the total dose. Finally, the product indication, for which the patient has taken this drug, will be entered using MedDRA coding. After completing the entry of product details, event details will be entered. In the Events tab, all the reported events will be entered using MedDRA dictionary. Event details including start date and end date for the event. Event onset date will be calculated based on the treatment start date and the event start dates. Seriousness criteria for each event will be selected as reported in the source document. Event outcome will be selected as reported. After entering the event details, causality and labeling information will be entered. As we discussed in previous modules, the relevant causality will be selected for each event based on the reported information. Labeling will be selected by referring to the reference safety information of the product. If the reported event is already listed in the reference safety information, the event will be considered as labeled, and if not listed, it will be considered as unlabeled. After entering the assessment details, case narrative and regulatory submission details will be entered. We will discuss briefly of these steps in the next slides. This is how the responsible data entry person will complete the entry of all the information reported from the source document. After completion of the data entry, the case will be routed to quality review workflow. During the quality review stage, all the information entered by the data entry person will be verified against the source document and confirmed. Once the quality review person confirms the case information, the case will be routed to medical review stage. Once the case is received into the medical review stage, medically qualified person will complete the case review. The medical reviewer will focus on the assessment of the reported medical information, including seriousness criteria for each event, causality assessment, outcome at event level and case level, and labeling information. Upon reviewing the medical information, the medical reviewer will do any minor corrections if required. In case of any major corrections, the case will be routed back to the data entry workflow with the relevant comments for correction. Once the medical information is confirmed, the medical reviewer will provide the pharmacovigilance comment or overall assessment comment based on the analysis of the case information. After which, the case will be routed to regulatory submission. Case narrative writing is the most important step in the case processing, and it will be part of data entry step in standard practice. Case narrative will give the complete picture of the ICSR. Each and every company will have its own conventions or template for writing the case narrative. Let's look into the standard case narrative structure, which starts with introduction, followed by medical history and past drugs, then ADR description, followed by causality statement, and finally the conclusion. Case narrative starts with the introduction, which covers the case identification number, initial receipt date, that is on which date the case is received by the company, source details, that is from which source the case is received, reporter details, and patient demographic details. Second paragraph will cover the medical history details of the patient, any concurrent medical conditions, past medications, and concomitant drugs, if any. Third paragraph is about the ADR description. This is the important paragraph where we describe the treatment details, that is about the suspect drug details and event details. Action taken with the drug, whether treatment is discontinued after the occurrence of adverse event or not, and finally the outcome of the events. Next one is the causality statement and labeling information as per the RSI. Final paragraph is about the conclusion, where we give the overview of the case assessment based on the available information. We also highlight if any critical information is missed to give the final conclusion and status of the follow-up information to get the additional information. Upon completion of the case narrative, pharmacovigilance comment or overall comment will be provided as a summary of the assessment. The final step of the case processing is submission of ADRs to health authorities and business partners. The list of stakeholders to whom the case is reported would be determined during the triage stage. After completion of the medical review, the case will be routed to regulatory submission workflow. In the regulatory submission tab, the relevant stakeholders will be added to the case recipient list. After approving the case will be submitted to the list of stakeholders who are added as recipient in the electronic gateway. Upon submission of the case, an acknowledgement will be received which confirms the submission status. In case of any submission errors, it will be highlighted in the acknowledgement as passing errors, for which the errors will be corrected and resubmitted for successful submission. Submission timelines will be dependent upon the health authority requirements. Each authority has different timelines for ICSR submissions. Example, all serious cases will be reported to IMA within 15 days of receipt, but US FDA requires only serious unexpected cases as 15-day alert report. Hence, it's important to identify the reporting timelines based on the authority requirements in order to ensure the compliance. Submission of ADRs to business partners will be done as per the timelines defined in the respective agreements. It's usual practice to have 24 hours timelines for sharing the serious cases in order to meet the expedited reporting timelines, and 3 to 5 business days for non-expedited case reports. With this, we completed all the steps of case processing. Wish you good luck for the next module, that is coding in pharmacovigilance. Thank you.